Welcome back to Into the Westerly. In this episode, we're going to work on this wall here. I'm going to make this wall up to the top there. It's not going to be as tall as the towers. It's going to be a little bit lower than towers. I think I'm going to make it about 3 blocks lower than towers, almost like 1 floor lower. Actually, I'm going to dig out a hole. Come to think of it, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to dig out a hole in the tower at the spot, because the idea at the spot that's the lowest part to the top, it's here. I don't want to put it there. It'd be a bit difficult. Okay, we can work something out. Alright, I'm not going to do that because I can't do it. Get up there. I'm going to build it up to where I want it to be. And then when I get it to where I want it to be, then I'll dig out a doorway in this. I'll make a floor instead of it just being one stairway. Ah, goodbye. I'll make a floor at the same level as the door. And that'll be that. Alright, well. Let's get going with a time lapse of this building. Alrighty, got the wall done. Now, next on the list, now that I've done the wall, I think next I'm going to dig out the place where I can farm my nether wart. Basically going to be the nether wart lab, farm area in my lab. I don't know. We're going to dig that out, we're going to build it, decorate it, whatever else. I'm actually wondering, I might look this up, but not right now, look up to see if there is a tutorial on how to make an automatic nether wart farm. I don't know. We'll see, we'll find out. Alright, so for the nether wart farm, we're going to put that right here. Up, more copper. Am I surprised? No. Now, as with the storage room, the nether wart farm needs to be a little bit more. Actually, I mean, I'm gonna have to go another 327 blocks in. Oop, oop. Anyway, but here's the question: do I leave it here? Because they should be touching corners like that. Nah. I don't know why, but in my brain I'm liking the idea of replacing these bone blocks with diorite. And I know there are people who don't like diorite, and to them I say, I don't care. I think diorite is cool, and if nothing else, Every block has its place in Minecraft as decoration. You know, could be used in like texturing, whatever else. I think that this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to replace the mushroom blocks, mushroom stems here, with bone blocks. And I'm going to replace the floor with diorite. But not right now. I'm working on digging out the thing. Progress update. Essentially, I gave y'all an update. I lost some footage because my microphone wasn't working. Anyway, I've built the nether wart farm. These pictures are supposed to simulate screens, supposed to simulate some kind of like watering thing. Got 2 rows on either side, you can look at them. This is a computer, got my mouse and my keyboards, and then I have a bunch of stuff on screen. Wither, a rose. If you've watched any of Figsy's stuff, you should know what that means. That, I just kind of figured it belonged there. No real idea what it is or what it's supposed to, mean. Anyway. Also lost footage of me going to Phoebe's Christmas tree, which I can show y'all. She built a Christmas tree. She posted a picture of it as well as a message in the Discord telling us that we could go and pick stuff out of the presents that were under the tree. And essentially the footage that was lost was of me deciding whether I wanted a chest that had a bunch of diamonds and some cool bows with enchantments, or one that had Depth Strider diamond boots, which eventually I decided against because mine are netherite, and I'm not going to waste another netherite just to combine a pair of boots. I'm instead going to try to find a Depth Strider book. Anyway, decided against the Depth Strider and instead got the diamonds and the bows. And I also started planning out the outline of Fort Greenlee, as well as chop down a bunch of cherry trees for where I plan to demolish a mountain to make room for Fort Greenlee. So that's that. Deep slate. And grab all my deep slate so I can continue with the planning. But before that, I'm going to take y'all to see Phoebe's Christmas tree. Now, she is online, but it kind of looks like she's AFK. I can check on the din map to see if she's around. Oh, yeah, she's AFK. She's AFK at the creeper farm. I'm going to drop by. I'm going to drop by her tree to show y'all Phoebe's Christmas tree. Because it's funny, It's funny. You can sort of see the Christmas tree from over here. You can't see all of it. You can't see the important part. The important part. What's the important part? The decorations she chose for the aforementioned tree. Her heads at the top, you can see it's a bunch of like Disco and Roxana and different people, stuff and whatnot. Heads. The decorations of the tree are heads. And there's mine. There's my head. Put a bunch of stuff in it. I'm not gonna look in the stuff because I already grabbed my stuff. I think it was out of that one. Not sure. Anyway. So that, nope. There we go. That's it. Well, that's interesting. Anyway, that's Phoebe's Christmas tree. Bit morbid, but quite funny. Alright. I got this. I got an outline for the fort done. I was visited by a fellow Greenlee. Was informed that pretty much all the Greenlees think my fort is a little too dark, So I had a conversation with them. We've decided that I'm going to change it. Fort's still going to be here, but I'm going to change it from deep slate to something like stone or sandstone / endstone. I have not decided yet exactly. But in the meantime, I'm going to be working on terraforming. This is too high, and I don't want the tower to be stretching up into the sky. I want it to be like the same height all around. And my original intention was just to get rid of the entire mountain, but then I decided maybe not. So instead I made this little row of cherry petals here that will show me where to stop terraforming, where to stop tearing things down. At the moment I'm working on tearing down this mountain. You can see how much I've gotten done. I'm going to basically tear it down straight and then terraform up to it, and I'm going to be tearing this down a bit because, like I said, I want the towers to be roughly the same size. And so this is going to be lowered a bit. This is just a placeholder so I can know where I want to build it. And high probability exists that this is going to be my last video for a couple weeks. Not forever, I will be coming back, but for a couple weeks because I got some stuff in real life to do, and if I even am able to get on the server to work on terraforming this mountain, it'll be by the grace of God. I'll say it like it is. Yes. It will be by the grace of God if I manage to get on even to terraform this at all during that time. So essentially, next time y'all see me will be 3-4 weeks from now, and I may or may not have gotten a lot of terraforming done. But there will not be any like official recordings, intros, outros, or anything like that. Just popping on, working on terraforming. So anyway, that's the end of that video. I will be changing up the fort, making it a lighter color palette. See you later. Or earlier.